It's September 16th. We've now gone 12-6 over the last 9 days. We went 0-1 yesterday on Oakland, which was a long shot, 1 unit bet, but it was a decent long shot bet. Today we've got a couple games for you. Let me get back to the games. Sorry about that. I was looking at some analytics. Um, the first game I'm going to look at here is Tampa Bay and break it down for you. Tampa Bay is a 58% predictive confidence over 19% on Baltimore, which is a 38% difference. At minus 125, you're paying some juice. I've been trying to play underdogs. I have pretty much played all underdogs for the last 9 days. Today's day 10. There's no value in the dogs today, so I'm kind of flipping the script, trying to find some value on the favorites, and this one is one of the games I'm playing. Let's break it down. Passan model likes Baltimore. I don't put a lot of weight in that. It's just something that's out there for the site. Let's see. The last 10 games, you've got Tampa Bay at 8-2. This is interesting. They're at 8-2 in the last 10 games over the last 2 weeks. Those teams have a 39% win percentage at 20 and 31 and negative 15 units. What's interesting is if you go to the 5-5 of Baltimore, they actually that range of 5-5 is hitting 66% at 45 and 23 and plus 15 units. So the 8-2 is negative 15 and the 5-5 is plus 15 units, which is kind of interesting little side note. You can go over here, you can look at the splits. Tampa Bay is basically fading the public. There's not a lot of difference on the money percentage. That 33% of the split is got a 44% win percentage over the last week at 28 and 36 with negative 2.1 units. This is a road favorite. Road favorites are hitting 58% at 39 and 28 and basically negative 0.24, basically negative a quarter of a unit. Look at look at the home road records. You've got Tampa Bay as a road team, 10 games over 500. You've got Baltimore at home, 13 over. That's pretty much a wash considering home road, and they're pretty close to both 10 games. The pitchers, you have Glasnow. He's got a 1.04 whip. That range hits 55% at 42 and 35 and negative 5.3 units. Rodriguez here actually is a little bit higher. He's 1.39, so he's at 45% win percentage. The advantage on the whip would go to Glasnow from Tampa, but that 1.39 is 45% at 22 and 27 and negative 4.8 units. And then the ERAs, obviously there's a bigger advantage here. Glasnow is at 3.15. It's a 53% win percentage at 38 and 34, negative 2.2 units, whereas Rodriguez is got a 4.88 whip, which ironically, that higher higher ERA has a 50% win percentage over the last week at 37 and 37 and plus 3.6 units. But, high pitchers and bad pitchers will typically be on the side. It's probably the dog and probably getting plus money. So we're going to put 2 units on Tampa Bay. I know this is a tough game. You've got the better pitcher. You've probably got the better team here, but it's really close. I mean, this is going to be a dogfight. This is for the AL East. These teams are, both very good. I just like the better pitcher. I like the better offense. And the home versus road really has no effect on me. So I'm going to put a couple units on Tampa Bay and go with it. Going down to the Cubs game down here is our second game. We have the Cubs here at basically 69% predictive confidence over 7. You got a 62% difference. That's a big difference. So at minus 112, we'll take the money. The Passan model over here shows 4-4. For what's that for? The last 10 games, you've got the Cubs at 4-6 at 42%, Arizona at 6-4 at 66%. The advantage goes to Arizona slightly, but last 10 is not overly relevant. As far as the splits, you've got 84% on the Cubs, which is hitting 59% at 30 and 21. So that's very good. Again, the road teams are 58%. Road favorites are 58% over the last 2 weeks. And then look at the home road records. You've got Chicago 1 game over, and you've got Arizona 4 games over. It's not dramatically different. I wouldn't say that's much different. So this game is really coming down to pitching. And that's what I was betting on here for the difference. You've got the whip at 1.15, again at 55%. Then you have the higher whip for Davies down here at 1.61. I don't have that number in front of me. We'll just do ERA, sorry. 3.71 is 45%, and 6.81, which is really interesting, is at 50% in the last couple weeks. So the point here is, even though the metrics, the analytics show that, I'm basically following the predictive confidence on the model. It's not dramatically far off from basically a minus 110 kind of even play. And the Cubs are a good team. Actually, Arizona is also pretty good. Both these games today are really close. But we're going to take the Cubs and we're going to take Tampa Bay both plus 2 units. I'm not in love with these games. I haven't seen any really great games the last 2 or 3 days where I got excited. So when I do that, we'll go back to betting 3 or 4 units and really hammer those. But for now, let's just get out, follow the model. Let's play the teams that are solid teams. We're not paying too much juice. And that's it. Have a good day, folks. Bye.